Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Anne Marie, the Art of Healing, coming to you today on a lovely Saturday. I have been so crazy stuff has been happening this week, and I finally got the real urge to come and say hello and talk to everybody, update you all on stuff, and make a couple of announcements. So, first and foremost, I went to the Journey to Truth Con in Grafton, Illinois, and I got to hang out with a lot of Star family, got to meet a lot of friends. A shout out to Matthew and Honora Mornian and Dan Seda, who was my buddy next door to me. I brought all my, God, you guys. So I have like a crap ton of crystals and stuff. And what I like to do is I like to go to each one and said, who wants to come with me to Grafton, Illinois? Well, like a lot of them did. A lot of the organites came, and my bag was like 50 pounds of just crystals. It was crazy. So anyway, I took all that stuff. I had my beautiful table laid out, and I enjoyed meeting people and helping people, and it was just marvelous. Shout out also to Tyler and Aaron. Way to go. So many beautiful people were there. Tony Rodriguez was there again. And one thing that is exciting is that next week, I am actually, later this week, I'm going to be interviewing this woman who channeled two entities. Now, she is lovely, lovely being, and her name is Katie Weiss. She lives here in Florida. I'm totally psyched. I know we're going to meet up with each other eventually. And she channels two entities. The first one, the collectives, she calls them the chorus. And then the other one, they titled the AO, meaning the ancient ones. So I can't wait to interview her. Look out for that next Sunday. It will premiere for sure. And I'm going to start interviewing and bringing back people for sure. I'm bringing back Shambhala Mario. If you guys did not watch that video, take some time to watch it. It's very insightful. The guy is off the charts. Very incredibly gifted young man. I'm also going to bring back my dear friend Antoinette Fumos, who channels an Andromedan known as Ezekiel. I'm going to bring her back, and we're going to talk about something really interesting, and that is a relationship that she had with a reptilian being. So stay tuned for that as well. What else do I want to talk to you about? Well, update on my health. So I was really called to go and see this one acupuncturist that's right here in the town where I live. And she suggested that I do a hormone test, but it's not a blood test. It was a saliva test. So I had to spit into these tubes in the morning before I drank anything, before I ate anything, before I brushed my teeth, spit in the tube. And then I had to spit in a tube at night before I went to sleep, like after I ate or drank anything, like left a big period of time before I brushed my teeth, spit into the tube and sent it off to this lab. I'm going to tell you. All of my numbers were almost nil, almost nothing. The only thing that I had in a normal range was my night cortisol. My morning cortisol was nowhere. So my body, estradiol, lower than 0.5. Optimal was 1.3 to 1.7. Progesterone, maybe there. My testosterone was nowhere. I'm making like no estrogen at all, basically. So she has given me supplements, and I will be doing topical estrogen and I think progesterone. So let's see how that works. Now, when I got ill, when I saw this, I never got afraid. I'm concerned, but I'm not afraid. Okay. And I was reflecting over everything. And what got me over the edge, let us say, was that I went into why me? All right. I went into that mindset. So I kind of want you guys to really look at yourselves and ask yourselves, where am I in a why me mindset? That why me mindset, when I was doing the room, okay, and I was having this huge pity party for days, that's what set me over the edge. I know it, I know it, I know it. And it's because I went from, okay, I just have to get this done, into why me? I'm suffering. So I went into like the suffering mentality, and it changed the course of my life. It really did. So just be aware of that. Okay. I am not worried about myself. Like I said, I'm concerned, but I'm not worried about myself. Um, yeah. So I'll update you on that and let you know how that is going along. I wanted to talk also kind of in memoriam for a dear woman who was a part of my Channeling Jesus community. She lived in Finland. When I first met her, she lived in Las Palmas, Spain, I think. Her name was Pirjo, Pirjo. And she came to me because she had the diagnosis of ALS, which is Lou Gehrig's disease. And when I first met her, she was still able to control her arms. She was able to walk with no assistance. She could speak to me, although very slurred. And I would, sometimes need her to type out what she meant. She was able to type up until the very end. And she came to me a lot for healing, for channeling. And then she got to the point where she wasn't able to do it anymore. She would literally just complain to me and complain to me and say, why this, why that, why is God me, why is this happening? And my job was to not so much lift her up, but just to give her the understanding that this is just a temporary experience. I wanted to point out to her, she was she was an athlete. She ran the New York City Marathon, the Boston Marathon. So she went from one extreme of physical health to the other extreme of physical health. And from my point of view, I was like, look at the perspective. Look at everything that you have experienced in this incarnation. So she decided to do assisted suicide. And she transitioned on the 31st last week. So I just want to honor her, maybe bring up some things for you guys. Assisted suicide. Oh my gosh. Actually being strong enough to say, I don't want to live like this anymore. There's a lot of controversy over that. And we know that spirit supports life, but I think it also supports truth. So maybe spirit will channel about that later. So love to you, Pirjo. Thank you for letting me be a part of your journey. It was difficult sometimes because how do I console you? But I send you all of my love. Okay. All right. Announcements. Whoa. Spirit wants me to do something on the 21st on the solstice. So I will be doing a live YouTube on the 21st at 11 a.m. Eastern. I know it's a difficult time of day, but it works for me, and that's when Spirit wants me to do it. So mark your calendars, mark your calendars. All right, beautiful beings. I think you are pretty much caught up. Is that all I wanted to say? Yeah, I really wanted to just, honor my friend. And I'd be interested to hear your thoughts if you have any. All right, let's get Spirit involved and see what they have to say. Dear beautiful ones, you need to hear that light language. It needed to penetrate beyond your conscious mind. You need to understand that life is not what you see it as it is. It is simply not. What a much broader experience you are having. Remember that you came from all knowledge. You came from spirit. And since you came from spirit, you knew everything. You dipped your toes into this density to experience it, but it is not who you are. It is truly not who you are. From your vantage point, we will say, you think that this is all that there is. You're afraid of death. You want to live, you want to experience. Indeed, yes, you came here to live. You came here to experience this realm, this matrix of reality, shall we say. But this is not who you are. You are not your bodies. This is a vehicle. This is a spacesuit. This is an incredible machine with an engine, with transportation, and with a brain. When you see an individual seemingly suffering, understand that it is an illusion. But how can you say it's an illusion? We see children starving in Africa. We see people dying in calamities, gun violence, war. Did it occur to you that they understood that they would die in a calamity? Did it occur to you that they understood that they would die in gun violence? You see it from a very limited perspective, dear ones. So we ask you not to fret, that everything is in perfect order. Nana, pause. Sorry about that. Nana wants me to vacuum. Wow, what a lesson for me. Because my frequency dips. My frequency dips. All right. So let's see if I just can forgive it all away and let her be her. It's interesting, poor thing. She figured out that today was Saturday and she totally missed Friday. And on Friday, she cleans. It's a big deal for her because her life is based on her actions and what she does, and it's based on her schedule. And this morning she was like, today is Saturday. I missed Friday. I didn't sweep. I didn't wash the floor, which she does every Friday at 97. She still does it. She's an anomaly. I don't know. She's just an anomaly. Okay. Let me try and get my bearings back and call in spirit. I accept and I forgive everything. I accept and I forgive everything. I accept and I forgive her. I accept and I forgive me. Dia Durgo Maya Dea Soviet Yodinagoria Durkam Shai Maya Dea Kata Kasasha Yotakaya Terakasasha Yamania. We are Ra, we are the Ra collective. We embrace this dear one as she travels her journey, as she travels in her walk. Dear ones, you all encounter speed bumps along the way, do you not? You encounter beings, you encounter situations, you encounter so many things that slow you down. Did it occur to you that you need to be slowed down? Does it occur to this dear one that she should slow down? Dear ones, you have a society that wants you to get up and go. In fact, this dear one valued that so much, she based an entire podcast series on the get up and go. Why is that so important? Because you have the understanding that you must produce, that you must do and do and do, much like this dear one's mother. Her entire life is based on what she does, accepting that her body is the age that it is, has the limitations that it does not sit well with this individual. She bases her value on action, on production, on doing. But that is not who you are. That is not what your value is. Your value is in your heart. Your value is in the amount of love you give. That is your value. The amount of things you don't judge, that you don't take personally, that you don't feel attacked by this illusory world that you live in. Now we shall move on. Dear beautiful souls, we are always, always, always here to give you love and encouragement. The physical world is in transition. Your society, your earth, your minds collectively are in transition. You are transitioning from being, being under this system of rigor, this system of go, 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 into a system of I don't want to do what you want me to do. I want to do what I want to do. Isn't that what we're going through? Now, how do you reconcile your life? You have to take change, dear ones. You have to change. You change the way you think. You change the way you act. You change what you do. This takes courage. It takes planning. But it is time for you to understand how much power and control you truly have over your existence. You are divine, powerful creator beings, and yet you sit back and feel hopeless. Please do not feel hopeless, dear ones. Get out of that funk. Get out of that horrible, horrible, evil program. We wish for you freedom. We wish for you sovereignty. We wish for you to constantly wake up in gratitude for what you have and what you don't have. This is the lesson of this life, dear ones, especially if you are listening to these words. You know what we talk about. We are Ra. We are the Ra collective. We have assisted humanity for eons, and we continue to. You deserve your ascension, and your ascension starts with each and every one of you. If you yourself transform your heart and minds, live in love, live in creativity, live in happiness, you change the world. And when you gather together in moments like this, or in other opportunities to connect your consciousnesses with each other in a loving intention, you blast the earth with positivity. You blast the earth plane with an explosion of love that ripples through time and space. You affect you affect all the other yous, which in turn affects time itself. We love you, dear ones. We are Ra. We are the Ra Collective. Be happy, please. Be happy. Beautiful. Thank you for being with me. Hello to my new subs. And yeah, okay. I love you. Be well. Be good. Bye-bye.